Next, we'll look at how MotherDuck and DuckDB can work together in a hybrid workflow, mixing local analysis with cloud data. Our script will first use the local DuckDB to group Manhattan into 100 by 100 meter squares and pick out the block with the most elevator complaints. That gives us a hotspot and a strong candidate for our headquarters. It will then generate a heat map of all the complaints across the city, automatically marking our hotspot with the red dot and drawing a 1 mile circle around it so we can see the surrounding neighborhood. Finally, the script connects to MotherDuck in the cloud and gives us a table of all the complaints within that circle, broken down by year and type. This not only highlights elevator issues, but also other complaints in the same area, potential opportunities to expand our business beyond elevators. You'll see how local analysis and cloud analysis complement each other here. Local for fast hotspot detection and visualization, cloud for deeper historical and business insights. All right, let's start with this one. So as you can see already here, we need matplotlib. So let's quickly install matplotlib. And then we are ready to go. Boom. Okay, done. Here it is. Okay, so what are we doing here? First, we're going to get the Manhattan elevator points. We need those for later when we draw our matplotlib diagram, where we have our heat map. We connect to our local database and then get all the points. And then we're going to put them into arrays, NumPy arrays for latitude and for longitude. And then what we're doing is we're going to create a densest bin. Basically, we're trying to find the hotspot. Where are the most requests? And we're using that as an headquarters candidate. Now this round lat3, that's what we use for our 100 times 100 meter squares. And then basically this calculates the hotspot and then uses the highest one with the most requests as our hotspot. For that, we're going to then get longitude, latitude, and the complaints number. That we then print out and also put this into a form where we can immediately click on it and have that open as a Google map. And then the next point here, we're creating the heat map. And for that, we're using then our lats and our longs. And we're here doing basically the same thing. We're creating that 100 times 100 meter bin or a square and then count the number of requests in there. So this all, and then we're going to set a marker for where our headquarter is. Right, we have that from before. And then we're going to draw a circle around it with 1 mile radius. Yeah, and then it's just the coloring and so on. Now with that information, our radius and our hotspot, we can go to MotherDuck and use the whole data set with all the requests. But remember, we want to find out which other services we could actually do instead of just elevator requests. So we have our MotherDuck connection here. With this, we're just connecting to MotherDuck generally. And then basically we use this complex calculation to come up with other complaints in that area, in that 1 mile radius. And then we're going to sort them and pivot them so that we have that by year. And then we're sorting here by 2022, remember? And then we're going to print it. Let's just execute this so that you can see what's happening. Okay. First of all, this gives us our new headquarter location. So let's control click and follow that link. So instead of Central Park, this gives us the hotspot here. Wants to set us here in this area. Now we can look at the data and see why are we here in this area. And for that, we created our diagram. As you can see here, this is where we are. This is where also a lot of stuff is around us. And here's our point with the bin with the most complaints in it. So this is it. This is our area. And that's why we are here a bit northeast of Central Park, right? And no longer here down in Central Park, because here are also a lot of requests, but the most stuff is happening here, as you can see. So that is pretty clear. And with that, we know where the rough location should be in this area. We can go a bit south. We could go a bit here to the side, but that's a good place to be. And then we can look again into our result, and we can look at other complaint types, right? And we sorted them here. Well, let me get myself into the other side. We sorted them here by the year 2022. And so you can see noise residential. That might not be our thing. Heat, hot water. Noise, sidewalk, illegal parking, unsanitary condition, plumbing, paint, plaster, door, window maybe. Elevators, door, windows. There were actually 3,000 requests here in 2022. Noise vehicle doesn't make sense. Water system maybe, if we want to go more into the plumbing area, right? Flooring, stairs, also 1,700. Electric, 1,600. So this way we can see, okay, which ones are actually the interesting one. And you can also see that there's some data missing. This way we can actually analyze this. We are able to figure out what makes sense to look into. And now that we could, of course, drill deeper and deeper and deeper. So pretty cool. Play around with this. This is super interesting to learn. This is super interesting to explore. Now let's get into Duck Lake.